Life is a beautiful journey. Welcome to Tea Time with Ladylets. From broken to redeem. Oh my gosh! Hi, Chrissy Boo. How you doing? Of course.
What?
What's up?
Nothing, my love.
What did you just say? Oh my goodness! Oh my, you're so kind.
So this is yours.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, looking great though, in spite of.
Try it, babe.
In spite of.
Joe,
Alright,
life
so.
no go on same way, sir.
Definitely. So, Chrissy, tell me a little bit about yourself though.
So that is one of the hardest questions anybody could ask me. But until I watched a movie the other day, and a movie about knowing who you are. I start to formulate the words to the adjectives and all of that fits me. And first off, I am a child of God.
That's right.
Do you understand?
That's right.
I am a believer. I am humble. I'm just a simple little girl that think I have a lot of power. That was given to me. Power that I was not even deserving. But me just spring up and me just get so powerful and so energized to do all these things. Like one time, you couldn't get me. You can't bother. You can't do it. We can't manage it. That was me.
Yeah.
But I did a self-evaluation, especially with my mindset, and I get to realize that your mind have a lot to do with the things that you want to do or the things that you want to say. And from that, I'm gonna change your mindset. Then me realize I am humble, I am powerful, I am strong, I'm beautiful.
Yes, you are. You are indeed.
And all of that. But I'm a nurse by profession. Yeah. I'm an advocate at heart, and I'm a child of God.
Wonderful.
And with those three, you can conquer anything.
Yes, overcomer.
Yeah.
By the way.
I'm an overcomer.
Yes.
Yeah. And like the book say, I came from being broken to redeemed.
Wow.
That's just it. That's who I am.
Wow. And your book though, I know that they should get this book. Definitely. It's my first time holding the book. Holding it. I want to read it, and I want time to read it and meditate and not take notes and all of that. But tell us about your book though. What inspired you to write this book?
This book is inspired by a true story, which is actually my story. But one day I heard a voice that said, write. And I was like, write what? I don't have anything to write. I don't know what to write. But then I heard, you have a story. But when I started to write, what I thought I was writing, it was not until about chapter 8 or 9 that I saw what I was actually writing. Yeah. I mean, the things were coming to me, but I did not know where it was going. I was just writing as they came. And then, so this book, it started out talking about abuse. I mean, the different types. There's verbal, there's physical, there's financial, there's emotional, there's all the abuses. They came out in this book. But it was not until, like I said, chapter 8 or 9 that I realized that the story was actually the fact after. What happens after you were abused? What happens after you go through these situations? You can still come out and be victorious. You can still come out and become something. I mean, it's not a death sentence. You go through this, yes, but there's a story that will come of it. There's a testimony that should come of it. Because God don't take us through anything that we won't be able to talk about after. And the main fact that he came out alive, that's sign enough to use it as a stepping stone and not as a breaking block. This should build you. People tend to don't want to talk about these things, but guess what? The more you keep it locked up, the more you keep yourself locked up, the more you keep yourself from your blessings and your breakthroughs and all of that. So this book is really it's mostly to the end, because this character in the book, she went through it all. She moved away. It took moving away and leaving her husband to just start blooming. Everything started to happen for her. She got back to God. Well, she wasn't a Christian in the book, but she gave her life to God. She got engaged. Her job boomed. Everything. Yes. She started an organization helping women and all those things. And those were the things that she wanted to do from the initial. But being with a man that didn't support her dreams and all of that kind of crushed it for her. So that is really the book. The fact that you can become what you want to be in this life. Going through a situation, whether it be abuse, molestation, rape, whatever. That may slow you down, but it shouldn't stop you.
Come on now.
It should. That may slow you down. And trust me, it will take a lot to get back to the place for you to say, I'm going to do this. It will. But you know what I've discovered personally? The minute you give it to God, the minute you invite God into your situation, the minute you talk to God and say, God, listen, I'm not going to stay stuck in this.
Yes.
I need to elevate. I need to get back to being me. Automatically, it happens. People will say, I say it easy, but it's not easy. It was never easy, because even when you think about the humiliation and people knew what you were going through and people laugh at you, and you're for me, it took losing my job. It took moving back to my family's house. It took, so when you think about all of that, you would want to stay locked in and locked up. But when you change your mindset about things, everything starts blooming in front of you. Sometimes, for me personally, I have to be like, God, what are you doing? Where is this going? But then when you start to learn to trust God,
Come on now.
and say, God, if you say it's this straight road, then I'm going to walk this road.
Yes.
Because God not going to bring you from out of the bush and come leave you in the sunshine like that. Even now is a process. I'm still going through my process. So everything is a process. But once you trust God,
Yes.
invite God into your situation, it happens.
Wonderful.
And that's pretty much it.
Wonderful. I'm happy that you heard from God and you said, all right, I'm going to just do what God said. Obedience. And that's one of the key thing right here. And I can't wait, as I said before, to just read this book. And what you want to put out there for young people who are in a relationship and they're abused, but they don't know how to get out. Like, what are
First, in the initial stage, look for the red flags. Look for the red flags, because even though I was married, for my story, I was married, I saw the red flags, but I thought being married to this person would have probably, give him a little more responsibility and help him to change his ways. But he got complacent, and that was it. He was controlling. So look for the red flags first off. And the men have this thing, after they do it one time, they say, oh, I'm not going to do it again, and them love you up, and trust me, that is the best loving you're going to get. You understand? But you have to look for the red flags, and you have to say, but this don't make no sense. Weigh the pros and the cons. Because, mind you, 90% of men, if they do it one time, they're going to do it again. Some, after they get counseling, and some may change, but 90% of men are going to do it again. So if you're in a relationship and you see the signs, don't just bury them. Don't sweep them under the carpet. Like I said, weigh the pros and the cons. Look into things. But if you did not see the red flags, and then they start, but 90% of the time the red flags are there first, initially, before the actual abuse happens. But if you are in a relationship and it becomes abusive, it does not have to be physical at first. It can be emotional, can be verbal, can be financial, it can be sexual, it can be all of those. If you see those and it's not aligning with what you would want, then you need to step back. And if you don't know how to step back, then you need to try calling the helplines. Because in my time, well, I don't know if I should say they weren't as prominent as they are now, but maybe because I wasn't searching in my time, because I was afraid of what people would think about me. I thought I had that to keep up to society's level. But research the helplines, talk to somebody, talk to a counselor, talk to a friend, talk to somebody. Somebody knows somebody that will help you. Because in this day and age and technology, somebody knows somebody. Google something, find the helplines and call.
Get help.
Don't just sit down and say, okay, he's going to change. No, it's not going to happen like that. Get help for you, and eventually maybe you can get help for him. If it's not working, my advice is to just walk away. Right there. Just walk away. Do not make it go over the fence. Because once you go over the fence, you may never even live to walk away again. You understand? So get help, research, and if you see it still happening, walk away.
Well. And so Crystal, if I should just take up going to the dictionary and try and look for a word.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, I want a word that fit Crystal. What is that word I should look for?
Wow. A word that fits me in the dictionary. If you had said the Bible, then maybe I would have.
Let's go dictionary first, and then I'll.
Dictionary, for me, it would just be strong.
Yeah.
Because you never know how strong you are until being strong is your only option. So for me, dictionary wise, it would be strong. Because honestly, if you'd asked me 10 years ago, if I would be here today writing this book and talking and be on all these platforms, I'm like, God, what are you doing? I would have said, me? I'm not a talkative person. My ear water them the near. So I get emotional easily. So, and then the minute I have a platform to go and I have to be talking to God, God, I'm not going to cry today now, I'm going to be strong today. And sometimes it works, but it depends on your audience. And if you're talking to a group of broken women or women who have been through this, the eye water, them are going to come. You understand? But for me, it would be strong. Because I've learned over the couple months since putting out this book that, you know, God told me first, and I was like, God, why you want me to start going on platforms and you know me love ball? And he's like, it's your tears that will bring people. They'll know that you're coming from a genuine place and it's not no made up thing and you're not looking no attention and all that. It is your tears that will, you know, put that little difference there between it. And so I just be strong. I mean, if the tears come in, I try to hide them no more because
We will return next week, Thursday, for part 2. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and to leave a comment. God bless you.